Okay, so this is lecture 2 of deductions from gross total income for CMA Intermediate June 2022 attempt. ठीक है, lecture 2 है, आपको study material में लेके जा रहा हूँ. So we've already finished lecture 1 and we had completed till 80D. ठीक है, deduction in respect of medical insurance premium. We had completed the theory of it. ठीक है, और हमको we had to do problems. ठीक है, so इसमें just what we have to remember, main thing is in point number 1, okay, the health insurance premium. Okay, one thing is that it is for any individual, Indian citizen, foreign citizen, resident, non-resident. ठीक है, so any individual. Okay, ये याद रखना सबसे पहले that this is applicable. So only thing here which you have to remember in this chapter is, ठीक है, so here if you see, is irrespective of residential status and citizenship. So in certain cases, ठीक है, it will not be irrespective of this. Okay, this and this. ठीक है, it will be in some cases it will be applicable only to resident individual. ठीक है, ऐसे there will be some combinations. तो ये चीज है जो आपको याद रखना है इस चैप्टर में. ओके, ऑलवेज एप्लीकेबल टू, इट कैन डिफर. ठीक है, so ऐसा रहा ना, an individual or HUF irrespective of it. So in short, what you can call is any individual or HUF. When you're saying any means irrespective of residential status and citizenship. तो इसको short में आपको कैसे याद रखना है? Any individual HUF. Okay, this is how you have to remember it. Now there are 4 things. ठीक है, so now first 2 points are regarding individual. ठीक है, तो इसमें we saw यहाँ पे कि मेडिक्लेम इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम. ठीक है, मेडिक्लेम कंट्रीब्यूशन टू CGHS और अदर नोटिफाइड स्कीम एंड प्रिवेंटिव हेल्थ चेकअप. ठीक है, और किसके लिए? दिस इज न्यूक्लियर फैमिली. ओके, न्यूक्लियर फैमिली मींस हिमसेल्फ वर्सेस स्पाउस और डिपेंडेंट चिल्ड्रन. ठीक है, न्यूक्लियर फैमिली याद रखना है यहाँ पे, डिपेंडेंट, इट इज फॉर डिपेंडेंट चिल्ड्रन ओनली. दिस इज वन थिंग यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. ओके, so lower of least of is taxable. One is aggregate of all these 3. ये तीनों का aggregate. Okay, ठीक है, aggregate of all these 3 and preventive health checkups limited to 5,000 and up to maximum you can get is up to 25,000. ठीक है, if the person for whom you are paying premium is senior citizen then 25,000 is increased to 50,000. ठीक है, ये देखा था हमने already in the last lecture, right? ठीक है, and the second one is, first one was for his nuclear family, second one is for his parents. ठीक है, your parents can be or not be dependent. ठीक है, dependence का कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है parents का. ओके, so ठीक है, so यहाँ पे और यहाँ for parents there is no CGHS. ठीक है, only mediclaim और preventive health checkup. ओके, सेम है और ये बाकी दिस इज द सेम, कोई चेंज नहीं. ठीक है, दिस इज द सेम. ठीक है, बस सीनियर सिटीजन रहे तो इट विल बिकम 25,000. ठीक है, so इसमें बस याद रखना फॉर 1 and 2, 1 is for his family, right, his own family, immediate family. 2 is for parents. ठीक है, so these 2 deductions he can get independently. ठीक है, उसको, so basically he can get deduction of 50,000 above in one, in 50,000 maximum for 2 separately. ठीक है, तो ये दोनों separately he can get these 2. ठीक है, थर्ड वाले में कुछ नहीं है, this is for individual, थर्ड वाला is for HUF. okay, third is for HUF. okay, एक मिनट. ठीक है, ओके, ये आपका थर्ड है, ये नोट में कुछ नहीं है. ओके, तो इसमें बस ये है कि योर हेल्थ चेकअप, ओके, योर हेल्थ चेकअप इज 5,000. ठीक है, हेल्थ चेकअप का जो लिमिट है फॉर ऑल 4 टुगेदर यू कैन नॉट एक्सीड 5,000 हेल्थ चेकअप. ओके, दैट्स व्हाट दे आर सेइंग, राइट. एंड देन HUF same thing, but HUF only for mediclaim you will get. ठीक है, and any member of the family. Okay, policy should be for any member of the family. This side it is again the same. ठीक है. और जो this fourth वाला है, this is an additional one. Okay. So this is not available independently. Either you will get it if you are an individual, you will get it along with 1 or 4 or 2 and 4. Okay, HUF will get with 3 and this 4. Okay, it doesn't have a separate identity. The fourth वाला point. Okay, so ठीक है. तो इसमें क्या है? In this case, in earlier cases you have bought mediclaim insurance premium, correct? Mediclaim. If you did not buy mediclaim, okay, then you will have to bear medical expenses. Okay, that deduction you will get. Okay, if you did not buy mediclaim premium and you had to undergo medical expenditure, that you can claim. ठीक है. Okay, so इसमें भी जैसे ऐसा है ना कि suppose आपका if you have got suppose 2 parents are there. For one you have bought mediclaim, second one you did not buy. For the first parent for whom mediclaim you have bought, for that parent you will not get deduction in 0.4. But for the other parent for whom you have not bought mediclaim, ठीक है, इसके लिए आपने खरीदे हो mediclaim, उसको यहाँ नहीं मिलेगा. This fourth point you will not get if you have bought mediclaim. If you do not have mediclaim, only then you will get. So it's always possible that for one parent you have bought, for one parent you have not bought. So if you have incurred medical expenditure for that parent for whom there is no mediclaim, then you can claim it. ठीक है. Okay. So you can always and एक ये चीज है. Secondly, this is okay. This has to be a senior citizen. यहाँ पे. The fourth point, it is specifically only for a senior citizen. ठीक है, ये याद रखना है. Okay. For individual, you can buy a policy for any of these, as in the first 2 points. Okay. Only thing is they have to be a senior citizens. Even if there is dependent children, it's possible that they are still senior citizens. 90 years, there is a person of 90 years. So his children can be of 65 years, correct? So, यहाँ पे पॉलिसी जिसके लिए आपने लिए हो, they should be a senior citizen. ठीक है. Maximum deduction is 50,000. चलो. ओके, ये था. मैंने क्विकली एक कर लिया कि बिकॉज प्रॉब्लम के पहले जस्ट आपको, बिकॉज यू विल बी फ्रेश. एंड देन ये लास्ट पॉइंट में जैसे व्हाट आई हैड ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, 1 and 4 should not exceed 50,000, 2 and 4 50,000, 3 and 4 50,000. Okay, that's the maximum limit. ठीक है. Payment should be by an electronic mode, any mode other than cash. Okay, for medical checkup you can pay by cash. Okay, ठीक है. चलो, दिस इज द वन. तो यहाँ पे मैंने थोड़ा ये मार्किंग्स करके रखा है आपके लिए, सो दैट इट विल बी इजियर फॉर अस. ठीक है. तो चलो, हमको अभी X 40 years old paid the following sums by check. ठीक है. Sums have been paid by check, so there is no question of cash. ठीक है. So क्या क्या है? Mediclaim insurance premium of X 18,000. So we'll take whatever are marked in green that are allowable, marked in red not allowable. Okay. So देखेंगे. Then Mediclaim for Mrs. X. Okay. Not dependent, whether dependent or not, it's not material. For wife and parents, you don't have to see whether dependent or not. Only children should be dependent. Okay, so 5,000 we will take. Okay, then next is contribution to CGHS for dependent daughter. Okay, this also you can take. Okay, so ये हो गया. So all these points, if you see first 3 points, they are for the very first point, है ना, पहले point के लिए. It is for his own nuclear family, correct? है ना, right? So यहाँ पे, and we have not been told that any of them is a senior citizen. ठीक है? Okay. So इसीलिए normally it won't be there. ठीक है? So normal cases में जो है, your children which are quoted here, they will not be senior citizen. ठीक है? So unless it is mentioned that they are senior citizen. Okay. So in these 3 cases, if you see 18 plus 5, 23 plus 3, 26. Okay. It's 26,000 gone over 25,000. Okay. देन इज मेडिक्लेम फॉर सन नॉट डिपेंडेंट, ठीक है। तो ये नॉट डिपेंडेंट है, विच इज व्हाई आई हैव पुट इट इन रेड, ओके, ठीक है। ये नॉट डिपेंडेंट है, so you will not get children, ठीक है। Contribution to CGHS for brother, so for brother it is not allowable, okay, it's only either for parents, spouse or children, ठीक है। For brother it is not there, hence red. Mediclaim insurance premium for mother-in-law, not there, so red, ठीक है। For mother, next point is mother, ठीक है, इसको मैं put in green, ठीक है। It will come in point 2, which is why I am separating from this pink here, ठीक है। Mediclaim for mother, not a senior citizen, okay, 26,500. And mediclaim for grandparents नहीं मिलेगा, right? Mediclaim for grandparents you will not get, right? So red. Then for mediclaim for father, not dependent, so dependence is not the criteria, right? And he is a senior citizen, ठीक है, okay. So okay, so mediclaim for father 32,000, okay, we will take it, ठीक है। पहले तो हम ये what we are seeing in this red and green which I have marked here is what we will take, what we will not take. These reds are what we will not take, that will go out. Then among the green we will see how much comes within the limit that we have to test, ठीक है। Okay, so last is uh, contribution to CGHS for father, ठीक है। This will not come, okay, because you have already paid a mediclaim for father, ठीक है। So if you have paid a mediclaim, okay, then contribution to CGHS will not come, ठीक है, ओके। क्योंकि जो आपका जो CGHS जो है ना, इट इज ऑल्सो एक्चुअली इट इज काइंड ऑफ जैसे मेडिक्लेम, व्हाट हैपेंस इन मेडिक्लेम दैट इफ यू आर एडमिटेड हॉस्पिटलाइज्ड इट विल बी फ्री, ट्रीटमेंट विल बी फ्री, करेक्ट। सो CGHS में फॉर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉइज, okay, they have to pay some contribution like mediclaim only, they have to say that their contribution is much lesser, okay, and then if they have any contingency the treatment is free for them, that is contribution for PG to central government health scheme, ठीक है। So it is either mediclaim or CGHS, okay, ठीक है, one of the two, okay, ये भी mediclaim है, ये भी it is like mediclaim, ठीक है, right। So ठीक है, ये चलो ये सब हो गया हमारा। सो विल नाउ सॉल्व इट, ठीक है। व्हाइल सॉल्विंग फर्स्ट थिंग एक एक करके हम करते हैं, ओके। इसमें कैसे करना है, फर्स्ट व्हाट यू शुड डू, जस्ट स्टार्ट विद दिस न्यूक्लियर फैमिली, दिस वन, ठीक है, इतना ही है फॉर फॉर अ न्यूक्लियर फैमिली। आफ्टर दैट इट इज मदर फादर ओनली, करेक्ट। दिस इज फॉर हर फैमिली 18,000 5,000 3,000, ओके। चलो तो ये इसको पहले सेट करेंगे, ओके। कंप्यूट डिडक्शन अंडर 80D, ठीक है। सो हियर दिस इज द आंसर, 18,000 Mr. X, 5,000 Mrs. Y, okay, 3,000 daughter, okay, 3,000 is for daughter। चलो इसके बाद में ये जो है आपका these are all not eligible, correct, ये चार not eligible is there, ठीक है। son, brother, mother in law, grandparents, ठीक है, they are all not eligible, none of them are not eligible, ठीक है। so all this is nil, तो ये तीनों हम टोटल देखेंगे, it is 26,000 here, ठीक है, but your limit is 25,000, okay, ठीक है। चलो तो ये हो गया, देन फर्स्ट वाला कितना हो गया, फर्स्ट डिडक्शन इज एज पर पॉइंट ए इट इज 25,000, ओके, अंडरस्टूड। इवन यहाँ पे आप इतना नहीं भी लिखते तो आपको यही समझ में आ गया, राइट। फिर जस्ट सी दिस फर्स्ट 3 ईयर, 18 plus 5 is 23 plus 3 26 and we know that maximum is 25, ठीक है। So this is first is done. Now second we will go for parents. What is remaining? See the green lines, 26,500 and 32,000. For mother it is 26,500, but father is a senior citizen. Okay, तो इसका देखिए, इसको आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा कि किस तरह से भी राइट दिस नो. इस केस में जो है ना, दिस केस, दिस इज योर मदर, ओके, एंड दिस इज योर फादर, राइट. ठीक है, दिस टू लाइंस. सो चलो, हाउ टू राइट वी विल सी, बिकॉज यहाँ पे क्यों, व्हाई आई एम सेइंग हाउ टू राइट, peculiarity is one is a senior citizen, one is not. Okay, she is not a senior citizen, he is a senior citizen. ठीक है, तो चलो यहाँ पे क्या होगा देखते हैं. So first point is over till here. चलो, the next is, ठीक है, for parents. Okay, first take mother. ठीक है, 26,500 is for mother. Is she a senior citizen? No. So what is the maximum limit for her? 25,000. Correct. तो यहाँ पे 1,500 जो है आपका becomes not allowable. So only 25,000 is allowable. Okay. Now next is, ठीक है, ये हो गया आपका. But if any one of them is a senior citizen, ठीक है, यहाँ पे father is a senior citizen now. ठीक है, आप father के लिए now when you start, ठीक है, it is 32,000. ओके, यहाँ पे फादर का क्या है, 32,000 है. नाउ फॉर सीनियर सिटीजन कितना अलाउेबल है, 50,000 इज अलाउेबल, टोटली 50,000 इज अलाउेबल. ठीक है, बट नाउ विद इन लिमिट इन द एंटायर कैटेगरी बी. ठीक है, कैटेगरी बी का मैक्सिमम लिमिट इटसेल्फ इज 50,000. 25 यू हैव ऑलरेडी यूज्ड. करेक्ट. तो इसीलिए आपका जो है क्या बचेगा. ठीक है, यहाँ पे इफ यू सी क्वालिफाइंग अमाउंट you have written as, ठीक है, ये जो ये आप देखोगे तो ये qualifying amount is 57,000. ठीक है, आप ऐसे even if you do not write in that much detail, it is fine if you are able to deduce the final answer. ठीक है, in this case you know that one person is a senior citizen. ठीक है, तो आपको your limit for him is 50,000. The total limit is also 50,000 total limit. Correct. तो इसीलिए इसमें ये करना है. What you should do is in such cases where half, some of them are senior citizens, some are not senior citizen, then take the non-senior citizen. ठीक है, उनको 25,000 में you have to limit first. वो हो गया आपको. ठीक है, then senior citizen का whatever is the amount added to this. ठीक है, और फिर limited to 50,000. If you add 32 plus 25, why you are adding here? Why यहीं पे हमने क्यों 25 नहीं कर लिए? Why? Because for senior citizen maximum limit is 45. If you did not claim mother's insurance mediclaim, then father's 32,000 fully would have been allowed. Correct. ठीक है, so that's why you are writing 32,000 here. Add 25 plus 52, 57 is what is the qualifying amount, but you will have to again restrict to the maximum limit. ठीक है, which is 50,000. Okay, तो ये है. आप even say if you want to write straight away, you can write it like this. ठीक है, ये तो लिख देना, till 25,000 you can write. ठीक है, father's 32,000 you can write. Okay, but because overall limit is 50,000, the whole thing is limited to 50,000. You can write this line directly, it's not a problem. ठीक है, यहाँ से ये आप लिख सकते हो. Okay, you can write like this. Okay, so now we'll move to the next problem. ठीक है, समझ में आ गए. तो इसमें क्या हुआ, now you got, earlier we had got 25,000 in point 1. correct. यहाँ पे 25,000 we got in point 1, 50,000 in point 2. ठीक है, so total is 75,000. a deduction. ठीक है, this is how you have to write the answer. Okay, चलो अभी अगला प्रॉब्लम देखेंगे। So next problem is Ram 38 years has incurred the expenses. ठीक है, mediclaim for himself, for spouse, okay, for dependent children. ठीक है, all three are 0.1, correct? ठीक है, न्यूक्लियर फैमिली फर्स्ट 3 points, ओके, तीनों ले लेंगे हम। टोटल इज 9 + 8 17 + 6 23, so it is within limit, no problem. ओके, तो ये तो हो गया हमारा, नो ये पूरा हो गया, राइट? विल टेक ऑल दिस। नेक्स्ट इज mediclaim for father. Now this is in point 2, senior citizen, okay, 18,000. And then you have what? Preventive health checkup expenditure for father, okay, 6,000. This is the, ये क्या है? This is the preventive health checkup, which is you can get to a maximum of 5,000 for total of all heads. ठीक है, इसका individual maximum limit for preventive health checkup is 5,000. ठीक है, so mediclaim for father, preventive health checkup for father 6,000. ठीक है, and preventive health checkup expenditure for himself. ठीक है, यानी that is this preventive health checkup is for Mr. Ram himself. ठीक है, यानी ईयर क्या होता है? ईयर you've got 2 preventive health checkups, 6,000 + 4,000 10,000, so maximum will get is 5,000. ठीक है, 5,000 will be disallowed here, last 2 points में, okay, in the last 2 points here, okay, these both are preventive health checkups. So maximum deduction allowable is 5,000, so only 5,000 will get. ठीक है, right? And apart from that, he'll get all the above. First 3 comes under 25,000. These 3 come under 25,000, so we'll get it straight away. ठीक है, and here and your mediclaim for father, easily he'll get 18,000. ठीक है, okay. तो यहाँ पे जो है here also ये जो इसका 4,000 है, he could have got another 2,000 here. ठीक है, यहाँ पे और 2,000, 25,000, within 25,000 he could have got had there been no preventive health checkup for father. ठीक है, तो ऐसा है, ओके, तो चलो, so we'll do this simple. ठीक है, so फर्स्ट केस में क्वालिफाइंग अमाउंट इज 23,000, ये हमने देख लिया था, we had seen this already. Fine, this is done. Now for parents, okay, now कभी भी जो है ना, what you can do, see if you want, जैसे आपने इस your preventive health checkup for Mr. Ram is given at the end, right? So you can actually include that here to the extent of 2,000. ठीक है, यहीं पे आप 2,000 include कर सकते हो, here you can do that, but best way is just keep it for the end, because you know if there are more preventive checkups, ठीक है, you know that only 5,000 he'll get. ठीक है, इसलिए उसको लास्ट में दे दिए, तो that is easier, okay, for preventive health checkup. If there are different people who have taken health checkup, total is 7,000 in different rates. So you know, in the end, just take 5,000. That's it. Correct. You will leave 2,000. That is easier to do. Okay. So this is done. 23,000. Then mediclaim, additional deduction for parents, 0.2. Okay. Mediclaim for father, 18,000. He'll get fully, no problem. Okay. Then health checkup comes. Okay. Preventive health checkup. Okay. So for himself 6,000, for father 6,000, maximum limit is 5,000. Okay. And for himself it is 4,000, and what he can get is, here it is 23,000, right? He can actually, he could have got 2,000. Okay. So you're writing this here, okay, but you know that now this is 7,000 here. Okay, यहाँ 7,000 आ गया, then you know that you will have to limit it to 5,000 सीधा सीधा, ठीक है. So this is how you can do this in the end, your health checkups, because you know this total is going to come to 5,000. Okay. If health checkup is less than 5,000, another thing, it will be that figure. If 5,000 ke upar, it's more than 5,000 for whichever people he wants to do. It will be limited to 5,000. Okay. So this is how you can do this. So 80D क्या हो गया यहाँ पे? Just add all these things, you will get 46,000. Deduction under section 80D. ठीक है. So next is this one, Mr. Sham, 40 years. Okay. Here, mediclaim for himself, spouse mediclaim, okay, dependent children mediclaim. Okay. First three straight away. Here itself, if you total these three, it will be 12 plus 11, 23 plus 6, 29. Okay, 29,000. So यहाँ पे 29,000 and he is 40 years. ठीक है, यहाँ पे उनका he is 40 years दिया है. So not a senior citizen. So this itself will be limited to 25,000. ठीक है, ये हो गया ये काम easy, right? Till this is done. 25,000 here. चलो, what next? Mediclaim for mother is a senior citizen, 18,000. Okay. Preventive health checkup for mother, 8,000. Okay. And medical expenditure incurred for father. See here. Okay. Here. See here, mediclaim has been paid for mother. Okay. So if he incurs medical expenditure, health checkup is different. Okay, it is limited to 5,000. So we are not talking about health checkup. Point number 4, which we had, medical expenditure. Okay, if you are getting deduction for mediclaim insurance, you will not get deduction for medical expenditure for the same person. For mother, he has mediclaim insurance, he would not have got. Okay, but for father, he doesn't have mediclaim, so he will get this. Okay, so he will get this. So basically, second wale isme jo hai na, both are senior citizens, so there is no problem. Okay, fully the limit is 50,000, right? So but thing, so itna to clear hai, itna to saaf hai ki these three total he'll get 50,000 deduction. Okay, and here he'll get how much? 25,000. Total deduction will be 75,000. Okay, I just show you how to frame it. Okay, see, once you know the answer, thoda sa, I mean, if you do not follow exactly this procedure, that is okay. Okay, so first case mein it is 25,000. Okay, then start with what you have been given first. Mediclaim for mother is 18,000. Okay, then preventive health checkup for mother, maximum is 5,000. Okay, take it here. Okay, so this is your 23,000. Okay, now father, 39,000 is the expenditure. He will get 27,000. Okay, why 27,000? Because he has already got now 23,000 here. Okay, so it's deduction for him. आप ऐसे बोलो या अगर if you want to do it the other way around, okay, you are taking father's deduction first, 39,000 fully you are taking. Take, no problem, and then out of here take 11,000 from here. 39,000 here, 11,000 here, fine. But anyways, you are getting 50,000. Okay. Taxable income kiska hai? Taxable income is that of Mr. Sham. So whether he gets deduction in this order or this order, as long as the total amount remains the same, it doesn't matter. Okay. So आप लोगों को बस क्या करना है, आप लोग just follow it from top to bottom. ठीक है. What is first mother was given, so write mothers and then fathers like that. So in the end, the total doesn't change. देखिए यहाँ पे in the end it is 75,000. ठीक है. ओके, तो ये इसी तरह से आपको करना है. इलस्ट्रेशंस ये भी बिल्कुल ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर है. ओके, सो आई लीव इट फॉर यू. इलस्ट्रेशन 7 आप देख लेना. ओके, बिल्कुल इट इज लाइक योर प्रीवियस एग्जाम्पल, ठीक है। चलो ओके, नेक्स्ट इज हमारा सेक्शन 80 DD, डिडक्शन फॉर डिपेंडेंट डिसेबल्ड रिलेटिव, ठीक है। सो जिस डी डी है ना दो, just dependent disabled relative, ठीक है, just remember like that. Okay, so 80D is what? Medical insurance premium. 80DD is what? Dependent disabled relative, ठीक है। यहाँ पे भी क्या है? applicable to resident individual. See here it is different. There it was, I said any individual. That means resident, non-resident, or citizen, non-citizen, citizen or foreign citizen. Everything was okay. That means any individual. Okay, ठीक है, any individual or HUF was for 80D, and here HUF नहीं है यहाँ पे, ठीक है, there is no HUF, and remember it is resident individual, so non-resident will not get 80DD. These are the small things which you will have to remember, ठीक है। Okay, so resident individual irrespective of citizenship, citizen, any citizenship is okay, ठीक है, or a resident HUF, he has to be resident, okay. So wherever in taxation you use the word resident, they're without qualifying, they're using the word resident. They're not saying ROR or RNOR, that they're not using. Then ROR and RNOR both are treated as residents only. Both are resident only, right? The word starts from resident. Resident and ordinarily resident. Resident but not ordinarily resident. But are resident both. And the name starts with resident. So whenever resident word is used without any qualification, okay, ROR and RNOR, okay, both will be considered as resident. Chalo, okay, so just this is only for individual and resident individual, resident HUF. Sorry, HUF I had told you this is not for HUF, it is also applicable for HUF, okay, right? So यहाँ पे जो है, this is for maintenance of dependent disabled relative. ठीक है, so we have to know what the disability means, ठीक है, and what dependence means, and what is the meaning of relative, correct? The conditions, he has a dependent disabled relative, ठीक है. What is dependent? For individual, spouse, children, parents, brothers and sisters, straightforward, ठीक है, all direct relatives, okay, ठीक है, spouse, children, parents, okay, brothers and sisters, ठीक है, that is it, that is relative. For HUF it is any member, ठीक है, right? And what is the meaning of dependent relative? When these relatives will be considered as dependent, ठीक है, if he wholly or mainly depends on the individual or HUF for his support and maintenance, ठीक है, okay. इसका ये मतलब थोड़ा बहुत he can, you would be earning some smaller amount, that all will not be seen. If is mainly depending on such individual for his support and maintenance, then he will be a dependent relative, ठीक है। ये हो गया आपका 80DD, and then disability, ठीक है। अब डिसेबिलिटी में जो है आपको ये सब इतना याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है सब, ठीक है, ओके, यू डोंट नीड टू लर्न ऑल दिस, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे जस्ट रिमेंबर वन मेन थिंग, ठीक है, दिस इज डिसेबिलिटी एज पर पर्सन्स विद डिसेबिलिटीज एक्ट, ठीक है, यू डोंट हैव टू रिमेंबर ऑल दिस इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज, ठीक है, ये है आपका पर्सन विद डिसेबिलिटीज एक्ट के तहत इट इज अ डिसेबिलिटी, ठीक है, includes what? Autism, cerebral palsy and multiple disability, ठीक है, so autism, cerebral palsy and multiple disability, ठीक है, multiple disability referred to in National Trust for Welfare of Persons with Autism, ठीक है, तो ये सब जो है, और then cerebral palsy, mental retardation, multiple disabilities act, ठीक है, ये जो है ये एक एक्ट है, मल्टीपल डिसेबिलिटी, ठीक है, ऑल्सो एज पर एक्ट, ठीक है, यू कैन जस्ट से, इसको आप बोल सकते हैं and call it Multiple Disabilities Act. ओके, ठीक है। तो इसमें तो आपको ये चीज, इसमें बस बात क्या है ना, ये आपको ये सारी चीजें यू डोंट नीड टू एज सच रिमेंबर, ठीक है। तो उनमें दे विल गिव यू हियर सेरिब्रल पाल्सी, ठीक है, ओके, एंड दे विल डू इट इज अ डिसेबिलिटी एज पर मल्टीपल डिसेबिलिटीज एक्ट, दे विल गिव यू दैट, ठीक है। सो एंटायर लिस्ट ऑफ डिजीजेस यू डोंट नीड टू रिमेंबर, ओके। दिस इज अ डिसेबिलिटी, ये मिलेगा। तो आपको ओनली थिंग इज जस्ट रिमेंबर फॉर 80TD it should be a disability as per Person with Disabilities Act, okay, or as per Multiple Disabilities Act, ठीक है। कोई भी एडवांस मेंटल डिजीज का if there is a reference like autism, mental retardation and all, आपको you don't even have to think, but they will give you कि जो anything they will give you a word and they will tell you that it is a disability as per this act करके, इतना आपको दिया रहेगा, okay। So do you have to learn the name of this act and these sections or nothing, ठीक है। It is just disability as per Persons with Disability Act or Multiple Disabilities Act, इतना ही, just इतना ही ध्यान में रखना है, okay। Remember only this, okay। And then person with disabilities as also has been defined, ये भी एक पूरा एक्ट है, ये जो हमने ऊपर देखा था वैक्सीन ईयर as referred in Person with Disabilities Act, okay। यहाँ पे जो है, ठीक है, तो ये ठीक है, पर्सन विद डिसेबिलिटी वी हैव कवर्ड हियर इटसेल्फ, ठीक है। सो ओनली थिंग आपको यहाँ ये देखना है, ओके। हियर व्हाट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर, अ पर्सन सफरिंग विद 40% और मोर ऑफ वन और मोर डिसेबिलिटीज एज सर्टिफाइड बाय अ मेडिकल अथॉरिटी, ठीक है। पर्सन विद डिसेबिलिटी तो हमने देख लिया ऊपर, ठीक है। पर्सन विद डिसेबिलिटीज का एक्ट है, एक्ट इज फॉर पर्सन विद डिसेबिलिटीज who will be called as person who has disability, who has 40% of one or more disabilities, because sometimes he'll have different disabilities. He will have, say, he is blind in one eye, deaf in one ear, so there will be percentage assigned to it, okay। So the total should be 40% or more, because the other person with disability is 40% or more of disabilities certified by a medical authority, ओके। डिसेबिलिटीज में ये सब है, ये सब भी है, आपको ये सब भी याद रखने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, ओके। यू विल बी गिवन दैट इट इज अ डिसेबिलिटी अंडर दिस एक्ट, ठीक है, दैट यू विल बी गिवन, ठीक। इट्स नॉट, आपको ये नहीं है कि they really do not have that intention that you should remember locomotor disability, is this all that, ठीक है। So even then once you become a CMA, CA, CS, okay, these things and all, you will always open your files and see whether this disease, if something, a case like this comes, whether this disease is there in the list or not, that you have to open and see only, okay। You can never remember it, ठीक है। तो बेसिकली ये सारी चीजें आर डिसेबिलिटीज, ब्लाइंडनेस, लो विजन, लेप्रोसी क्योर्ड, ठीक है, ऑल दीज आर ये। तो ओनली थिंग आपको इस, ये इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं, दिस इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट टू रिमेंबर फॉर यू, इंपॉर्टेंट इज दिस 40% और मोर, ठीक है, दिस शुड बी दैट यू शुड नो, ये आपको मालूम होना चाहिए टोटली। व्हाट दे विल, कैसे दे विल गिव यू नो, आप बोलेंगे कि, वो बोलेंगे कि he has blindness in one eye and hearing impairment and say ये this disability totaling to 45% of disability, that they will give, and so you should only know this 40% or more you have to take, ठीक है। and in the end for disabilities there is, in the end we'll have a section 80U इसी में last में, ठीक है। this can be taken by the disabled person directly, ठीक है। so this disabled person cannot claim benefit under 80U if you are claiming it under this section 80DD, ठीक है। this is one condition, okay। तो चलिए ये सब तो ठीक है, now we'll see क्या, what are you going, ठीक है। you have now, यहाँ तक हमने क्या सीखा, what did we see, we just saw that you are a resident individual or a resident HUF, you have a dependent relative, okay, and the dependent relative now has 40% or more disability, correct, ठीक है। चलो, so now what next, Okay, now expenditure on, you have incurred some expenditure, ठीक है, on his medical treatment, ठीक है. डिडक्शन आपको इस चीज का मिलता है, गेटिंग डिडक्शन फॉर दिस. ओके, सो एक्सपेंडिचर ऑन डिसेबल्ड रिलेटिव, ठीक है, मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट इंक्लूडिंग नर्सिंग ट्रेनिंग एंड रिहेबिलिटेशन. ओके, so you have incurred expenditure for medical treatment including nursing training and rehabilitation, ठीक है, or either this or paid or deposited any amount in an approved scheme for maintenance of disabled dependent being framed by LIC or any other insurer, ठीक है, or the administrator or the unit trust of India, ठीक है. ओके, तो जस्ट इतना, दो चीजें हैं, either you have incurred expenditure, so यहाँ पे जो इतना ये पूरा लंबा पैराग्राफ है, thing is you have incurred expenditure for medical treatment, nursing वगैरह, okay, or you have paid amount in approved scheme of LIC or any other insurer, ठीक है, or administrator or UTI, ठीक है, one of the two, right? So if you have done this, ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे एक खासियत है, ओके, in this 80TD, this says, this sentence says that you have to fulfill these two conditions. ये जो है above two, you have to incur some expenditure or you have paid or deposited money in approved scheme, okay, of LIC, etc. So, but your deduction will not be affected by this. Okay? Deduction is a fixed amount. So even if you have incurred 5,000 for medical treatment, you will still get deduction of the statutory amount. Okay? So your expense either on this, you have to incur expense. How much is not the question. Okay? Chalo. Then one thing is needed is medical certificate, because then if you are claiming this, it has to be 40% or more disability, correct? So you need a medical certificate for that, correct? We cannot say that it is 40% or more. SSC shall furnish copy of certificate issued by medical authority along with return of income. When he files return of income, just furnish copy of certificate by medical authority, ठीक है? Again, medical authority का definition दिया है, इतना कुछ you don't even, इसको सब पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, okay? It is medical authorities specified by central government, ये है, okay? But don't go for this level of detailing, okay? Certificate issued by the medical authority, ठीक है? This much is sufficient, okay? आपको you will be able to solve all your problems with this much detailing, ठीक है? चलो ये हो गया, तो इसको आपको पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. वही बोल रहा है, as per this act, ये act ने define किया है, okay? The act has defined, as per this act, he is a medical authority. वही बोल रहा है. So this thing you don't have to read, just remember that certificate issued by a medical authority, okay? Now आप देखो, now we have come to quantum of deduction, जो मैं बोल रहा था. There are two things: severe disability. Second is disability but not severe disability, ठीक है? So this disability but not severe disability, that is our 40% case, okay? So this is 75,000, but if it is severe disability, okay, your deduction will be 1,25,000. So even if you have spent 5,000, still you will get a deduction of 1,25,000 or 75,000, whichever, okay, ठीक है? और यहाँ पे जो disability की जो है, ये बता रहा हूँ, here your disability but not severe disability is 40% or more, okay? Severe will be 80% or more. ठीक है, severe will be 80% or more, okay? And disability we have already seen above, it was 40% or more, ठीक है? And then revision of medical certificate, because see, we are getting this deduction based on medical certificate, correct? So if the medical certificate say after 6 months you have to renew it, you did not renew it, then you will not get deduction, okay? So wherever medical certificate has to be renewed, okay, you will have to renew it, okay? Otherwise you will not get deduction here, ठीक है? After expiry of previous certificate, deduction shall be allowed only if a new certificate is obtained, ठीक है? always you have to get the next certificate, only then you will get deduction. Okay. Okay. So for half of the year you have got a prescription. Second half you did not take certificate, you will not get deduction. Okay. तो चलो ये है आपका ट्रीटमेंट. अच्छा सर यहाँ पे एक लास्ट पॉइंट है, जस्ट वन लास्ट पॉइंट फॉर अस. ठीक है. What if the handicapped person for whom you are incurring this expenditure and taking deduction, if he dies before you, that's called pre-deceases. Okay. If he dies before you, then what will happen is, if you have deposited, two things are there: either you have incurred expenditure or you have deposited an amount in LIC. Okay. Where you have deposited amount in LIC, UTI, etc. Okay. And he dies, the person dies, then you will get back some amount. Okay. Amount received shall be deemed to be income of the assessor. Okay. When it is received. Okay. Right. But what you have expended is expended. Okay. That is another thing that's gone. Okay. But here, but if you are receiving some money, basically, if you have paid it into LIC or something and he has died and you are getting some money back, okay, that will be treated as your income of the year when you receive it. ठीक है, सिंपल. ये दिखता बहुत बड़ा है, ये मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ आपको कि what I am telling you, this is very very, it looks really big. ठीक है, I'll quickly summarize it for you. ठीक है. First thing is he should be resident individual or resident HUF. ठीक है. He must have a dependent relative. For HUF, it will be any member of the family, individual, spouse, children, parents, brothers and sisters, immediate family. ठीक है. And he is dependent if he is dependent wholly or mainly on the individual. Okay. Chalo. And disability, we have just seen that there are two acts here which we need to know, not the full name. One is Person with Disabilities Act. Okay. And okay. Multiple Disabilities Act. Okay. So as per these two acts, okay, disability should be as per Person with Disabilities Act. Okay. And person with disability will be as per Multiple Disabilities Act. Okay. Which is 40% or more. Actually, this is more important. 40% or more is more important. Don't need to read all this. Okay. ये सब पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं. Okay. And just as per this diseases, read only once. थोड़ा सा you will just know. Okay. Read once, that's all. But you will, once these diseases are given, you will also be given that it comes under Person with Disabilities. That's where you will identify that it is 40%. Okay. Okay. So if it is severe disability, it will be 80% or more. Okay. Right. And no deduction under 80U to the disabled relative. And then expenditure, what expenditure? If you have incurred expenditure on medical treatment or deposited amount in LIC, other insurer, UTI. Okay. If you deposited this, then you will get deduction of 75,000 or 1,25,000. Okay. Okay. So it doesn't depend on your expenditure here. Okay. And medical certificate must be issued by whom? By the medical authority. That's it. इतना ही आपको याद रखना. Done. This section is done. Okay. So that's all. And you have to revise the medical certificate wherever it is required. Wherever it has expired, you have to renew it. Okay. Okay. And if he predeceases, if the handicapped person dies, then whatever amount he gets back from the insurance, that will be taxable income of the year when he receives it. Okay. Chalo, problems will be very easy on this. Okay. Just need to know the limits. Income of Shri Bhandari, taxable salary is 75,000, IOS is 20,000. Okay. These are all net figures that have been given. Okay. And agricultural income. Okay. Agricultural income is exempt from tax. So 4,000. Okay. I'll be covering agricultural income also. Okay. A topic hai. I will just cover. Almost we are ending up everything. Okay. Once this is over, I'll do TDS, TCS, and then I'll have to complete income from other sources. Little bit is there, and whatever one lecture part is remaining, everything I'll finish off in one day. Okay. Right. And then I'll come to agricultural income and we'll just see some overall computation problems. ठीक है. Chalo, so these things are given. He deposited, and then he deposited in LIC annuity plan. Okay, this is annuity plan is what 80 CCC. Okay, 18,000. He paid medical insurance premium by check for dependent blind mother. Okay, see as it is given here, right? Certified as severe disabled person. Like this, it will be given. Okay, the severe disability means how much? It is 80% or more disability. Okay, so you will get deduction of 1,25,000. Okay, and he paid medical insurance premium for 20,000. Okay, and in this section there is no relation with senior citizenship. Okay, with this section it's only dependent or severe dependent. Sorry, disabled or severely disabled. Okay. Okay, there's no question about age in this section. Okay, although he has put 20,000, but he will get a deduction of 1,25,000. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या है सीधा सीधा, these are all final amounts given to you. Okay, just put this salaries income from other sources, you will get GTI, gross total income. Okay, then ATCCC, it is LIC premium, LIC annuity plan. Okay, okay. So LIC policy, only LIC policy, life insurance policy, that is 80C. But LIC annuity plan, where you will get yearly annuity, that is 80 CCs. Okay, this is 18,000 he'll get. 80D medical insurance premium. Okay, so now in 80D, just now we saw he paid 20,000. Whatever amount you are paying, the expenditure, okay, you will get as a deduction in 80D, correct? Here bhi milega usko, he will get this 20,000 also, but because he has paid this amount, he will get 1,25,000 for 80DD. So 80DD you will just get if you have incurred any amount on dependent disabled relative. Even if you have incurred 100 rupees, you will get this 1,25,000 deduction. Okay. Okay. So 80D deduction, if it is if you are eligible for 80D, okay, you will get it separately. Okay, so this is medical insurance premium, right, which we just saw. Okay, so medical insurance premium is, you'll get whole 20,000, right, up to limit is up to 50,000, and here you'll get up to 20,000. Okay, and 80DD you'll get 1,25,000. Again 95,000. This income is only 95,000. Reductions cannot exceed income, so you'll get 95,000 fully, and this will become nil. Okay, done. Chalo, so this is your 80DD. Next one is 80DDB. Okay, section is 80DDB. This is also for medical expenditure. Okay, this is also medical expenditure. Here, if you see, you need to have a resident individual, resident HUF, same like your 80DD. Okay, okay. So now, okay, let's see the conditions. So you are incurring expenditure on medical treatment of a relative or yourself. Okay, relative or yourself. Okay. So he has to pay any amount for medical treatment of a disease prescribed in Rule 11DD. Okay, यहाँ पे the keyword is to identify difference between 80DD and 80DDB. Okay, for 80DDB, this Rule 11DD is the key. There are some diseases prescribed in this rule. So this rule will be given to you. It's prescribed in Rule 11DD. That way you will understand it is 80DDB. Okay. And for 80DD, what is the keyword? Disability. Okay. Disability as per Disabilities Act. Okay. So for 80DD, it is disability, which will be the key for you. 80DDB, diseases prescribed in Rule 11D. This is what will differentiate it. Okay, right? So it can be for himself or for a dependent relative. Here also it's the same dependent relative. So this is exactly the same individual dependents definition. Okay, everything is the same as what we have seen in 80DD. Okay, no change. Okay, only thing here you are paying amount for diseases mentioned in Rule 11DD. Okay, so then here you need to have medical prescription. Okay, for medical treatment from a neurologist, oncologist, all these specialists. Okay, so just remember that you need to have a medical prescription from a specialist. Okay, that much will be given to you. Okay, okay. If Rule 11DD comes, then just think that it is within. So you can apply this section 80DDB. Okay, 11DD Rule 11DD comes. Okay, and deduction is up to 40,000 here. In that one 80DD, it was a fixed amount, whatever be your expenditure. Here it is not like that. You will get up to your expenditure only for this. Okay, and for senior citizen, this 40,000 will get increased to 1 lakh. That's all. Okay, right. And we all know that for these things, who should be the senior citizen? The payer need not be the senior citizen. The patient has to be senior citizen. Okay, okay. Or treatment of mediclaim or amount reimbursed by the employer. Okay, so here if some amount you have received some amount for this treatment. Okay, this treatment for which we are claiming deduction, if you have received some amount either from an insurance policy or from the employer, okay, that deduction will be reduced from your limit. Okay, so how that is done, I will show you. Okay, here see how you will deduct it if you are getting any amount back. Okay, from it can be from an insurer, from an employer. Okay, so first is two limits are there. One is 1 lakh, one is 40,000. Correct. From this 1 lakh or 40,000, deduct the amount reimbursed or the mediclaim received. Okay, if you have received any amount, just deduct it from this. One is deduct from the limit, and two is deduct from the expenditure also. This is your expenditure. Whatever is the amount reimbursed, just deduct it. That will become your net expenditure. Okay, now deduction will be for lower of this and this. So minimum of this and this. Okay, that's all. Basically for 40,000, what you will do? Do 40,000 minus amount reimbursed or mediclaim, or your actual expenditure minus amount reimbursed. Okay, lower of the two, you will get deduction. Okay, that is the procedure for this. And these are the diseases specified in Rule 11DD. ठीक है, आपको you don't need to remember it, याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है इसको as such. ठीक है, okay, just read it once and ठीक है. And here also all neurological diseases, it is neurological means nerves based diseases, must have disability of 40% and above. Okay, these are all, the point one is all neurological. Okay, all these are neurological diseases. Okay, and disability must be 40% and above. Okay, as I said, what is key for you? 11DD. Okay, cancer, AIDS, chronic renal failure means kidney failure. Okay, hemophilia and thalassemia. Okay, yeah. So as such, you do not need to remember the names of the disease. As I said, you will be given the name, you will be told that it comes under Rule 11DD. This is the key for you. Okay. So we'll do one example for this and you will understand it. Okay. So here we know that resident is required. Okay. We need resident. These are 5 people. Okay. and this is OR, NOR, both are fine, I told you, right? And this is non-resident. Okay, third one will leave. This is resident but not Indian citizen. That's okay. This is resident, right? So and resident. Okay. So for R, okay, R is non-resident. So which is why for R you will not get any deduction. You don't have to see anything here for R. Okay, because this SSC is a non-resident. Okay, so you will not get for this. You don't have to even read anything here. Okay. And then chalo, we'll see one by one. Expenditure incurred for medical treatment, okay, of dependent brother. That is fine. Okay. This expense is 6,000 here. Age is 23. Okay, so up to 40,000 he'll get, right? Residential status of dependent is resident. Okay. And medical insurance claim, there's no claim received. Okay. So then straight away it is up to 40,000 you'll get deduction. So 6,000 will be deduction here. Second one, 80,000 is the expense. It is 63. Okay. So age of brother is 63. So he is a senior citizen. But if you see, he is a non-resident. Okay. As we know, for as per our definition of senior citizen, he has to be a resident individual. Okay. Anyone who is non-resident, he will not be considered as a senior citizen. So he will not get senior, he will get the deduction, he will not get the senior citizen benefit. So in this case, although this person is senior citizen, he'll only get up to 40,000. Okay, because he will not be considered as a senior citizen as he is non-resident. Okay, so 40,000 here, 6,000 here. So the solution is 6,000, 40,000. Third one, nothing. And SNT is to both are resident, right? And this age is 88 here and he is resident. Okay, so here he will get up to 1 lakh. Up to 1 lakh means 1 lakh or 72,000, whichever is less. So 72,000. Okay, so you'll get 72,000 here. Okay, and last one will be is again resident 80,000, normal 52, and resident. Okay, so he'll get up to 40,000, but he has got back an amount from Mediclaim. Okay, from Mediclaim he has got 8,000. What was the procedure? How to find out? We had just seen above. So what you have to do, just deduct 8,000 from his expense also and deduct 8,000 from the limit also. What is the limit here? 40,000. Okay, so 80,000 minus 8,000 is 72,000. 40,000 minus 8,000 is 32,000, which is the lower 32,000. 32,000 is the 32,000 is the reduction. Okay, it's quite simple. Just learn it the way I have told you. Okay, right? Next is 80E. Okay, this is repayment of loan for taken for higher education. Any education loan which you take, okay, you will get deduction under 80E. Good thing is that whatever interest you get, the whole thing is deductible. Okay, so you'll get a deduction for entire interest paid without any limit. Okay, that's the main thing here. So it's applicable to only individual. Okay, but it is any individual again. Catch is, see, in the end, once you study well, as I am telling you, you go through all these things, all conditions of sections, you will remember everything. Okay, last thing for you will be when everything is over, just go through once and try to remember it is applicable for whom. Is it only for resident individual or resident individual, resident HUF, or any individual? Okay, just remember all those things once. Okay, other things you will remember. Okay, this is the only case where you can have an doubt. You can have kind of a confusion. Right? So applicable to any individual. When I'm saying any individual means don't have to see residential status or citizenship. That means any individual. Okay. And conditions is loan from specified institution. Okay. Just taken loan from a financial institution. Financial institution means what? Banking company or banking institution. Okay. Financial institution means banking company or banking institution. Banking company is to which banking regulation act applies. Okay. So this much detailing you don't need in this. Okay. Here, see, in this chapter, you just need to know whether to apply this section or not. Okay. So all detailings, all definitions are all actually not required. You just need to have an idea. Okay. So here, loan from specified institution, that is, one is financial institution, means banking company or banking institution. Okay. Or other specified financial institution. Anything which is specified by government, anyway it comes in. Correct. Okay. Second is approved charitable institution. Just remember this. So specified institution is financial institution or approved charitable institution. Financial institution means banking company, banking institution, or specified institution. Okay, that's it. And what is the purpose of loan? We all know it's for pursuing higher education. Okay, it's for pursuing higher education, and for whom he can take loan. He can take the loan, of course, for himself, herself, of course, no doubt, right? Loan for himself, herself, or can take for spouse, children. So here again, dependent or not. Okay. So these are some catches in this deductions from gross total income. Somewhere you don't need dependence. Okay, you don't have to see dependence. Right, like this here. Children dependent or not. In certain cases, you have to see children, only dependent children you will get. Correct? Like we saw in 80D. Okay. So these are some smaller things which in the end, once everything is over, you just have to go through and just make sure that you get it right. Okay. There will be only some variations. Okay. Right. So this will be so purpose of the loan for higher education for himself, herself, spouse, children. Okay. Dependent or not. Right. Or one more thing is possible here. Okay. For brother, sister and all you cannot take. Okay. If you are the legal guardian of someone, okay, then you can take loan for that person. Will get deduction if you are the legal guardian of someone. Okay, that is one thing, right? And as I said, there's no limit. Full interest is deductible. The higher education is very simple. See, any education above 12th, that is, any education above SSC. Okay. SSC is what? 12th, right? What we call as 12th. Okay, so any education which is done after SSC, that is 12, is considered as higher education. Okay, right? You can do it from any school, board, university recognized. It should be recognized. Just remember, okay, recognized by CGSG, local authority. Okay, okay, or any other authority authorized by these people. Okay, so yeah, basic what you have to see is what is higher education. Okay, SSC, senior secondary examination or 12th. Okay, that is education after 12th, after SSC. Okay, so that is senior secondary examination. Okay, not SSC. SSC is 10th. Okay, this is senior secondary examination. Okay, 12th. Okay, so any qualification you are pursuing after 12th is higher education. Just remember that whatever you are studying from something, board, university, school, somewhere you will study, it should be recognized by CGSG or local authority or any authority where CGSG local authority have empowered them to recognize. Okay, that's it. Okay, or kuch nahi hai higher education. Just remember in short. Okay, interest, SSC has to pay interest, and it should be out of taxable income. Okay, taxable income is it should not be payment from any exempt income. That is the thing. Okay, taxable income is you have to pay from this year's taxable income only. It's not that. All whatever income we have, a person whatever income he has, he pays tax. Okay, and he after that he has some saving that only becomes his assets. Right, those are his assets. So they are, that is considered as taxable. Everything is taxable income. Okay, right. So payment out of taxable income can be of earlier years income. What they're saying is, if there is specifically you're getting some income which is an exempt income, specifically you cannot pay out of that. That is the general notion. Okay. So, but this is just a point which is there for that. Nobody checks it. Okay. It's hard to check also, right? I might have some exempt income, some normal taxable income. You cannot check from which I am paying, isn't it? So chalo, okay. But these are the conditions. Deduction amount paid during the year for interest. Amount paid is fully deductible. Good thing here, you can see full amount is deductible. Okay. So if you can get an education loan, it's very beneficial because you have no interest for that. Okay. So quantum of deduction, whatever you have paid for interest, that will be deductible. And then, chalo, until when can, because this is interest, right? You will have a principal. Okay, a principal will be there and you will be paying interest. So how long you will get this deduction for one loan? Okay, we'll get for 8 years. Initial assessment year and 7 years. Okay, initial assessment year means first year when you have started repaying the loan. Okay, whenever you have started repaying the loan, okay, from that year and 7 more years, total 8 years. Okay, maximum period 8 years. In 8 years you should repay the loan. For 8 years you will get deduction. Okay, okay. Period starts from the year when SSC starts paying interest on such loan. Okay, when it starts paying interest, okay, from there the period starts basically. Okay, right? So यहाँ पे बस इतना ही है. Here total 8 years you have to repay in 8 years. Okay, and first year will be when you actually start paying that interest. Okay. So chalo, okay, that's all about 80E. It's quite simple. Okay. Okay, so this is 80EE. Okay, loan taken for residential house property. This is about loan for residential house property. Next section is also loan for residential house property. Okay. Only difference between this and the next section is the year of sanction of loan. Okay. The first thing is applicable to individual resident or non-resident. This means it is any individual. Okay. They have not even talked about citizenship. So it is any individual. But remember, it is only individual. Okay. No other person. Right. So then conditions. Okay. He has to take loan for acquisition of residential house property. Okay. And then loan must be sanctioned during previous year 2016-17. Okay, this is a condition. This is only for 1 year. If the loan has been sanctioned only during this year 16-17, only then this section applies, otherwise it doesn't apply. Okay, याद रखना कि सिर्फ 2016-17 के लिए. Okay, कोई और ईयर होगा तो ये सेक्शन अप्लाई नहीं होगा. Okay, तो 2016-17 में लोन सैंक्शन हुआ है. Okay, deduction आपको मिलेगा. You will get deduction of interest later also. The loan must be sanctioned in this previous year. Okay. Chalo, then there are two conditions. Amount of loan up to 35 lakhs. Okay. Amount of loan is up to, this is for actually, this is not for very rich SSCs. Okay. It is for the little lower level SSCs as far as income is concerned. Okay. So the amount of loan is 35 lakhs and value of residential property should be up to 50 lakhs. Okay. So amount of loan 35 lakhs up to 35 lakhs and property value 50 lakhs. Okay. Only up to this much. If any of these increases, if this becomes more than 35, this becomes more than 50, then 80E will not apply. Okay. So no other residential property. So he should not have any other residential house property on the date of sanction of loan. When the loan is sanctioned on that date, he should not have any other residential property, which is why I'm saying that this is for, kind of lower middle class kind of people. This is for them basically. Okay. Chalo. So what is the deduction? Up to interest up to 50,000. Okay, up to 50,000 is the interest limit. And loan taken by, we talked about financial, there was financial institution, what has come, right? Same meaning which we have seen earlier. Okay. Banking company or banking company, banking institution or housing finance company. Okay, here just one thing is added is housing finance company. Okay, housing finance company means public company, okay, which provides long-term finance for construction and purchase of houses. Public company providing long-term finance for purchase or construction of loan. That is your housing finance company. With the name only you can judge it. Housing finance company. It will finance houses. Okay. Okay. Right. So now double deduction is not available. We know that income tax, at once you have got a deduction somewhere, there will be no double deduction. Okay. The double deduction is not available. Once you get deduction of interest here, no other deduction. Okay. And this pre-construction, post-construction period, that terminology is not required here. Okay. That's only for income from house property. Okay. So interest is interest, whether it is pre-construction, post-construction. Okay. Only thing you have to see is the interest. Whatever interest you are paying once the loan is sanctioned. Okay. After that, whatever interest you are paying, that will be considered. So no pre-construction, post-construction problems here. Okay. So we will see one illustration and this will be very clear for you. Okay. This is a small section comparatively. Okay. These are the cases given, 7 cases. Okay. These are the SSCs. Okay. First thing first, this 7 is a HUF. Okay. And this section is only for individual, right? Any individual. Okay. Resident or non-resident, any individual. This is case 7 is HUF, which is why the deduction is shown in this column. Okay. This is the deduction under section 80EE. Okay. Therefore, deduction here is nil. In case 7, it is nil because he is not an individual. So, nil means, in other words, no deduction under 80EE. Okay. First thing is over now. Now let us start from here. The first is date of sanction of loan. Okay. So if you see from here to here, date of sanction is how much? Is what? 1/10/2016. So in the previous year 16/17, this is fine. But this one is in 15/16. Right? For 15/16, will it apply? Will your 80EE section apply? No. Okay. Why? Because this date is 15/16. Okay. That's why this is nil also. Nil straight up. Fine. Because this is not 16 in 16/17. Sanction is not in 16/17. So straight away it is nil. So 6 and 7 has gone out. Okay. So now we will talk about these. Okay. So here, what I will do. Okay. 6 and 7 are 0. So we have removed it out. So now we have to talk about the first 5. Okay. So here now date of sanction is all fine. Okay. Earlier we have seen it is we are fine. Right. So now we will see. Let's see P. Okay. This is amount of loan. This is value of property. So this is, we have seen limit is 35 lakhs and here limit is how much? 50 lakhs, correct? Value of property up to 50 lakhs. Amount of loan can be up to 35 lakhs. Okay. So both are within limit here, fine. And does he have other residential property? No, it doesn't have. So this is also valid condition. And interest is 1.20. Okay, all these figures are in lakhs. Okay, figures are in lakhs. Okay, so 1.20 is nothing but 1,20,000. But we know maximum deduction is 50,000. Okay, so deduction here is 50,000. We'll mark the answers in green. Okay, this is 50,000. Fine. This is completed. Now, what about case 2? In case 2, if you see, this is fine, 20,000, but this is value of property is above 50,000. Value of property is above 50,000, sorry, 50 lakhs, above 50 lakhs. So you will not get deduction. Okay. So which is why this becomes nil. Okay. The third case, okay, this is 50,000 fine. Okay, up to 50,000 fine. This is above 35,000. Correct. Hence, this is straight away nil. No, nil means no deduction under this section. Case 4 is 2035 is fine. But this is, yes, what is this? He has other residential property on the date of sanction. So this section will not apply. Okay. So which is why this is also nil. Okay. Then what is the next one? It is 10. Amount of loan is 10. This is 35. Both are fine. This no is also fine. Okay. And interest is 0.40. So up to 50,000 he'll get. So he'll get the whole interest here. Okay. This got the whole interest. Okay. This is what is the deduction under section 80EE. Okay. 80EE. These are notes. We have already discussed how it has been computed. So we don't need to see the notes. So next is 80EEA. So as I said, it is very much related to 80EE. Okay, so both are almost, because we have studied 80EE, so it is like 80%. You have studied 80EEA. Only thing is that the rate, the date which was previous year 2016-17 there, here the date is different. That's all. Okay, so applicable to any individual. Okay, he should not be eligible under 80EE. So basically, loan is not sanctioned in 2016-17. Okay, conditions. Yes, taken loan for acquisition of residential house property from financial institution. Same. Now, sanction of the loan here is during 1/4/2019 to 31/3/2022. 31/3/2022 is the last date of our previous year. Correct. So you can easily remember 31/3/2022. Just remember it is 3 years. Okay. You can easily work out 1/4/2019 to 31/3/2022. Only for these 3 years, this section will apply. Okay. Right. So, and then there you had been given what? Amount of loan, correct? Amount of loan 35 lakhs was there. Here there is no amount of loan. You have straight away value of residential property, which is up to 45 lakhs. Here it is up to 45 lakhs value of property. No amount of loan has been given. Okay. So you don't have to see the amount of loan. And no other residential property on the date of sanction of the loan. Everything, as I said, it's all same. All conditions are same. And then no deduction under 80EE. So, of course, because the year of loan there and here is different. So, if you are being eligible for 80EEA, it naturally means that you will not be eligible for EE. Okay. If you are eligible for EE, any case you will not be eligible for EE because the date range is different. Okay. And interest is 1 lakh up to 1,50,000. Okay. Interest deduction is up to 1,50,000. No double deduction. We all know there is no double deduction. Okay, no need to discuss double deduction. Okay, we'll see one example, it will be very clear. 80 EEA. Okay, so this is the example. Again, this is only individual, correct? And the last one is HUF. Okay, so that's why this is 0 here. Okay, so this is your deduction under 80 EE. Okay, so it is 0 here because it is HUF. And for E, you can see the date of sanction of loan here. Okay, this is the date of sanction of loan. Okay, it doesn't start from 1/4/2019. Okay, it is prior to that. So which is why this is straight away nil. Done. These two are nil straight away. So what we can do, like we did previously. Okay, we can just blur this. Okay, so now we are going to see the others. Okay, here see date of sanction of loan, everything is fine. Okay, 110/21 is within the range we require. Fine. Now second thing is, okay, then second thing is what? Your amount of loans in this section. Amount of loan is not important. You don't have to see the amount of loan. Okay, you only see the stamp duty value of the property. Okay, up to 45,000 is fine. So now this is 55,000. Okay, that's why here it is nil. Okay, so again we'll go back to the first one. The first one is fine, it's 40,000. Okay, and does he have other residential property on the date of sanction? No. Okay, all these are no. The last one is yes. Okay, this is yes. So he has other house, so which is why we know that this will be nil as well. Okay, this is also nil, this is also nil. Okay, fine. Now what is remaining is A and C. So let us see A and C. So this is case 1. A is 40,000, there is no fine, and interest is 2 lakhs. See here by mistake they have written previous year 21-22. Okay, right? So it's just a printing mistake. It should be our previous year basically. Okay, 21-22. Okay, so here how much loan interest he has paid? 2.20, and amount is in lakhs again. Okay, amount is in lakhs. So 2.20, and but it will be exempt up to 1.5, correct? So which is why this is 1.5. Okay, and C only one remaining is 45 on the just on the brink of it. Fine, this is no fine, and this is interest 1.20. Okay, and how much interest is exempt? Till 1.5 lakhs. Okay, 1,50,000. So which is why this whole 1.20 will be exempt. Done? Clear? So that's all it is. Okay, so which is why 80 EE and EEA just study together, it will be easier for you. Okay, the next one is also quite simple. It is EEB. Okay, but this is not regarding house. Okay, it is regarding purchase of electric vehicle. Okay, this is just to promote purchase of electric vehicle, again only for individual, any individual. Okay, any individual, and conditions: he has to take a loan for purchase of electric vehicle from any financial institution. Okay, so here electric vehicle is defined. You don't have to learn this exhaustively. Okay, just technical definition means a vehicle powered by an electric motor whose traction energy is supplied exclusively by traction batteries. These all things you don't need. Okay, just read it once, so you will have little bit, you will know what it is. Don't really need to learn it. Okay, such electric regenerative braking system, all that, it's an electric vehicle basically. Okay, conversion of vehicle kinetic energy into electrical energy. So just read it once or twice and leave it. That's it. Okay, ये definition की जरूरत नहीं, only need to know it has to be an electric vehicle. Okay, this is a technical definition of electric vehicle. Okay, चलो financial institution. Okay, almost the same definition here. Banking company or banking institution, ठीक है, includes any deposit taking non-banking financial company NBFC, ठीक है, और systemically important non-deposit taking NBFC, ठीक है, यही है, ठीक है, हमने we have discussed at a separate section here systemically important and these things, ठीक है, systemically important deposit taking, what does it mean? Okay, उसका एक there is a definition for that, ठीक है, तो यहाँ सब आपको उसमें उतना फोकस करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ओके, जस्ट रिमेंबर कि यहाँ पे नॉन बैंकिंग कंपनी, डिपॉजिट एंड बैंकिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन, ठीक है, जस्ट ये दोनों एक बार देख लेना, डिपॉजिट टेकिंग नॉन बैंकिंग एनबीएफसी, सिस्टमेटिकली इंपॉर्टेंट एनबीएफसी, ठीक है. So when this section will come, they will not, the intention will not be to give this as something wrong and that you will not recognize it, ठीक है, वो उनका इंटेंशन नहीं रहेगा. ये सब जो टेक्निकल चीजें हैं, just to catch you on the technical things, it will not be there. Okay, it will be on the main thing of the section. Okay, so chalo, this is how it has been defined. Sanction of the loan, ठीक है, here again it's the same 1/4/2019, just add one more year compared to EEA. Okay, so this is still 31/3/2023. Okay, that was till 31/3/2022. Okay, this is for 4 years. Okay, so between this period it should be sanctioned, and deduction is up to 1,50,000. Okay, double deduction is not available, we know that. ठीक है, बस that's all. इसका you don't have problem also. Okay, just remember इतना ही, इसमें कुछ, there is nothing in it actually. Okay, once you have done EEA, after that you have got nothing much in this. Okay, चलो ठीक है, ये हो गया. Next is 80G. Okay, this is also an important section. Okay, this is about donations to certain funds. ठीक है, ये donations की बात करता है. Okay, and this is applicable to all SSC. ठीक है, individual, HUF, whichever, AOP, BOI, company. Okay, applicable to everyone, all SSC, irrespective of residential status and citizenship. So you can just cut this. Applicable to all SSCs. Okay, right? And conditions to be satisfied are SSC must donate to specified funds or organizations. Okay, there is a list of specified funds. Okay, you don't need to remember all the lists as all the names. Okay, certain specific things you can remember, because in certain cases 100% is eligible, in certain cases only 50% is eligible. Okay, ठीक है, तो कुछ केसेस में 100% एलिजिबल रहेगा, कुछ केसेस में 50%, राइट. एंड सी डोनेशन शुड नॉट बी इन काइंड, ठीक है, ये याद रख लेना, दिस डोनेशन कैन नॉट बी इन काइंड. ओके, इट हैज टू बी अ कैश डोनेशन. ओके, एंड मोड ऑफ डोनेशन, one is two things, up to cash. If you want to pay in cash, only up to 2,000 shall qualify for deduction. ठीक है, cash deduction only up to 2,000. Okay, and in excess of 2,000, any whatever donation you are making, that should be in electronic modes. Okay, but not in kind, that we have already said. Donation in kind is not, you will not get anything. Okay, no deduction. For example, you have donated cloth, kapde apne donate kiye, that is donation in kind. Okay, not in cash. Those things are, for those things you will not get deduction. Okay, here. And another thing is proof of donation has to be attached to return of income. Okay, okay, certificate or receipt from them, which is the proof of donation, that has to be attached with the return of income. Okay, right? So now we'll see. So these donations have to be made to certain organizations. Okay, that we will see. There are two categories here. Okay, there are two categories. One on which limit is not applicable. Okay, on which there is no limit. So what is the limit? I'll tell you. When we go ahead, we'll understand. Okay. So this is, you can call it as category A organization. Second is limit is applicable. It is category B organization. Okay. And double deduction is not permissible. Okay. And then you've got a risk verification. Okay. What is this risk verification in simple terms? Okay. The SSC is claiming this deduction. SSC is claiming this deduction, and what the government will do, it will allow it only, okay, after cross checking it with the institution. Okay, or it will cross check it with the institution or fund. Okay, and so who will cross check? The prescribed income tax authority or the person authorized by such authority. Okay, okay, so we'll basically what the in this risk verification, what is it? Very short, you don't need to see entire. Only thing is that the income tax authority will verify from the institution or fund whether you have actually paid it or not. That's it. So on receiving the verification, you will get the deduction. That's all. Okay. They have a risk verification, nothing more than that. Now, limit is applicable to category B, that we will see what is the limit. Okay. Okay, so then limit is applicable on qualifying amount of donation and auto deduction. We'll see practically, only then you will understand. Okay, limit is not on individual donation but aggregate donation. Okay, so now next is quantum of deduction. Okay, and we'll also see the limit. Okay, so 100% of 50% of donation to category A organizations. Okay, category A organizations, 100% or 50% of donation. Most are 100%, some are 50%. We'll see the list. Okay, here there is no limit. Whatever amount you are donating, full 100% will be deductible or 50% in some cases. No limit. In second case, there will be a limit. Okay, only up to the limit you will get deduction. 100% of or 50% of donation here also you will get. Okay, but this will be subject to a limit. Oh, that limit you cannot cross. Okay, so this two total of these two will give you the total deduction under 80G. Okay, ये हो गया आपका total deduction. अब limit मैं बोल रहा हूँ, what is the limit? Limit is nothing but 10% of adjusted gross total income. Okay, adjusted gross total income का 10%. So what is adjusted gross total income? Okay, this is something which this kind of computations we have seen. Adjusted GTI is take gross total income minus long-term capital gain. Okay, minus STCG covered under 111 capital gain, which we have seen in the beginning of this chapter. Okay, okay, what comes under 111 capital gain? Equity shares. Okay, units of an equity-oriented fund and units of a business trust. Okay, these three things come under 111 capital gain. Okay, then all deductions under from gross total income. This is all deductions from gross total income other than this one 80G. So now 80G is what we want to compute, right? So leave 80G. Any other deduction from GTI has been received, you minus that also. Okay, last is income referred under 115 AAB. I told you this is certain kind of non-resident or foreign companies income. Okay. Okay, so ये सारी चीजें हैं from gross total income. You just have to deduct these things. Okay, कुछ ज्यादा नहीं, आप देखोगे तो there's not much. Straight away when take gross total income, then take the capital gain part, take full LTCG and STCG only, which is covered under 111 capital. Okay, till here we have only taken gross capital gains. Okay, and then what you do, whatever are deductions, that you minus it. Of course, it will be other than 80G, because 80G we are computing, we don't even have the figure. Okay, बस इतना ही है. ये लास्ट वाला पॉइंट का तो you will not have anything. Okay, ठीक है. इनकम अंडर 115A, B and AC. ठीक है. This will not be covered as such. ठीक है, जैसे हमने भी had seen above also. Okay, so just these are some incomes of non-resident, okay, or foreign companies. ठीक है, बस इतने ही. So that is your gross total income. इसको आप छोड़ भी देते हैं if you just ignore this. ठीक है, what is there if you ignore this? You have taken gross total income, just deducted LTCG, HTCG under 111 capital A, and deductions from gross total income. That's it. You will get your adjusted GTI. बस उतना ही है. Okay, limit is 10% of adjusted GTI. So whatever adjusted GTI you have calculated, take 10%. That is the limit. Okay, for any all deductions of the category B organizations. Okay, for all deductions, you cannot exceed 10% of adjusted GTI. Okay, और यहाँ पे just there's a note that while calculating adjusted GTI, see, casual income shall be included. Okay, we have not deducted casual income here, right? ठीक है. Okay, so that's it. And then so this is the list of specified organizations. ठीक है. Their maximum limit is NA, means it is category A organization. ठीक है. So you can just go through this, just read it once. That's it. You don't need to remember each of these. ठीक है. यहाँ पे सब मैं some small tips I'll give you. Wherever you have Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi, okay, they are of one family, right? So all for three of them, the deduction is 50% only. Okay, 50% है. Just remember this drought relief fund. आपको याद रखने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ, drought relief fund. Drought is सूखा. Okay, so in drought from just, you know, you can, just for remembering, I'm saying, you can think that floods are more dangerous than drought. Okay, floods, more people will die than drought. Okay, so that's why for drought it is only 50%. Just for remembering, I'm giving you this. Okay, only these are 50%, and all others are 100%. Okay, I'll take you down. See, everything is 100% apart from those four which I showed you. And here down. So here. Okay, so here, okay, till here, till where you have got NA mentioned. Okay, यहाँ तक के you have no limit. Okay, and there are only 450%. You can easily remember. As I said, just remember, you know, Nehruji, Indira Gandhi, and Rajiv Gandhi. These three, their name comes whenever it will be 50%. Drought relief 50%. All others are 100. Okay, you want just, you can just read the names once. That's it. Okay, no need to memorize and all that. Now below this you have got limits. Okay, okay, although in above they have mentioned that till 25 are A category. Okay, but here, as you can see, it is NA, even for National Front for Control of Drug Abuse. Okay, for drug abuse, definitely this is a national menace. It will be no limit. Okay, so chalo बस इतना ही ध्यान में रखना. Okay, and below this is that limit ones. So just remember the limit ones. There are not too many. ठीक है. Fund institution satisfying conditions mentioned in 80G5. Okay, and government or local authority. Okay, that is donation to government or local authority. We utilized for charitable purpose. Just remember, charitable purpose. Okay, to government or local authority. And this is other than family planning. Okay, why? Because here there's another one. Okay, for family planning. This other than family planning, there is 50% of the limit. And for family planning is just remember, family planning is very important to control population. Okay, so it is 100%. Other than family planning is 50%. Okay, so leaving family planning, I think all others are 50% in the no limit one. Okay, let's check. ये हो गया, and then what is the next one? This is housing. Okay, loan for any authority. Okay, for housing, for purpose of planning, development, improvement, cities, all these things. Okay? Housing accommodation kind of thing. Okay, this is also 50%. And corporation for promoting interest of minority community. Okay, this is also 50%. Okay, just read these ones. These ones. Okay. You will not have any problem with the above one. Mostly you will be given the percentages. Okay. But as I said, if you take a look once, you will be able to identify whether it is category or category B, but they will give you. Okay. This much won't be expected from you, but best just remember the category B ones. Okay. They are less and easy to remember. You can remember that. In category A, just remember those four which are 50%. Okay. And then here, whatever any religious thing is coming like minority committee or here temple, mosque, gurudwara, church. Okay. For these things, it will all come under category B. Correct. Just remember. Okay. Okay. But this is for renovation or repair of these places of worship. Okay. This is for minority community as a year. Okay. All these are category B ones. Okay. They are not primary importance, correct? They're secondary importance things. Right? So, and then family planning we have seen already. So family planning is the only thing. Family planning comes under category B, but is 100%. Okay. Just remember like that. Right? This is all done. And then last is Indian Olympic Association or notified institute for sports and games kind of. Okay. Sports and game comes under category B, but it is 100%. There are only 200% in category B. So once just simply just go through quickly, you will be able to remember. Yeah, इसमें उतना कोई tough नहीं है such. Okay. Just, if you can demarcate, first thing is you should be able to demarcate category A and category B. So category B means very, very simple. I've already told you many things. Okay, which you can easily do. This is government or local authority other than family planning, and second is family planning. Okay, family planning name comes, that means it is limit 1. Similarly, if religious thing is coming, minority community or temple, mosque, gurudwara, church, this is coming, again it is category B. So 4 year itself I have told you. Last is sports, anything for infrastructure, sports, games, that is category B. 5 तो यही हो गया. Okay, category B 5 year itself you can directly remember. Right? Okay. But then what is remaining? Just okay. What is remaining is these first three, which satisfies condition mentioned in 80G5. Okay. No, sorry. This is also promoting family planning. We've already taken. Okay. This is for town planning, for purpose for planning, development, improvement of cities. Just these two you have to remember. Then your category B is complete. Okay. कैटेगरी ए एक बार आप देख लोगे ना, आपको पता चल जाएगा. इट विल बी कैटेगरी बी, सॉरी कैटेगरी ए, it will be like either prime minister's fund, chief minister's fund. Okay, and it will be that kind of an earthquake relief fund. Okay, these kind of things will be there. Okay, Andhra Pradesh chief minister cyclone relief fund, this kind of calamity fund will be there. Just quickly see once, you'll be able to easily recognize. And if category B you can recognize, then whatever is remaining is category A kind of. Okay, so category A also just read once, you will be able to make it out. Okay, उतना ही है, कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है कि word to word याद करना है. Okay, not that you have to learn word to word. So we'll do one problem of this and you will understand. Okay, so here Miss Deepika is a resident individual. Anyway, we have seen that you don't have to see anything here. Any person, okay? Any person is okay. Okay, now यहाँ पे चलो, we'll see the problem. First three are his income from these heads. Okay, in these problems, always it is the end figure which you get after all, whatever internal deductions is over. The final income from PGBP, income from other sources, long-term capital gain, final figures are these. Okay, chalo, and this is given, and then your next is payment of medical insurance premium. Okay, this is under 80D. Okay, 80D deduction, medical insurance premium, she'll get full 5,000. Okay, this is another section. Okay, so below this, if you see, these are all our this current section. Okay, so यहाँ पे क्या क्या है? Let us see what are there. Okay, National Foundation for Communal Harmony. Okay, ये एक चीज देखना पड़ेगा. I think this National Foundation for this National Foundation, right? ये एक communal thing है, which will be there in category A. Okay, just remember only minority community and temple mosque, that was in category B. Okay, this is category A, and Gujarat government for victims of earthquake has come, so don't need to think ahead. Category A. Okay, Indira Gandhi, category A, but 50%. Okay, Prime Minister's drought relief fund, we had seen drought, correct? Whenever the floods create more havoc than drought. Okay, so drought is 50%, but is category A. Approved charitable हमने देखा था, it was in category B. Okay, charity की जो बात आई थी, correct? Approved charitable institution, that is category B. So in orange I am putting family planning, donation to central government for family planning, category B, but 100%. Okay, this category B, this one is 50%. ठीक है? Okay, एक बार देख लोगे तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. Okay, so problems बहुत tough नहीं आएंगे, because there's lots of detailing in this, right? The problems will not be very tough. Okay, so ठीक है. Last three, if you see, आपको ही समझ में आ जाएगा. Donation to poor boy, it's not donation to an association, correct? This will, you will not get anything. Donation of cloth, donation in kind, it's donation in kind, you will not get. Donation to charitable institution for construction of home of a particular community, there is no such no such deduction for construction of home of a particular community. Okay, which is why these three you will exclude. Okay, these three will not qualify. Okay, so then next is these two are some notes. Okay, so we'll see the solution here. Solution में क्या करेंगे? First thing is these three incomes are given, correct? Let's put it, and you will get the gross total income. Straightforward. Okay, right? Now we will come to deduction under chapter 6. Okay, chapter 6 says deduction from gross total income, right? 80D. Okay, it is 5,000, whole 5,000 they'll get. Okay, right? Health insurance premium, whole 5,000 आराम से. Okay, okay, then donation. Okay, second is donation. इसको, this will be computed. So यहाँ पे will just, this is the full amount. Okay, 17,750. Okay, is the donation amount. Add these two, and you will get 22,750 from gross total income. This will be deduction. This will be a total income. ठीक है। Now under हमारा what is our main focus, how to calculate this 17,750. Okay, this will calculate. चलो, based on the information given above. Okay, so last three we saw. Last three we will not consider, right? चलो यहाँ पे what all are there? National Foundation for Communal Harmony and Gujarat Government Relief of Earthquake. ठीक है, 4,000, 5,000, it's all 100%. Okay, these two are 100% category A. So you are getting, that's why full deduction you are getting here. Okay, ठीक है, first two, and then Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust, third this one. So this is also category A. So 50% you will get directly, no limit. Okay, so 50% of 1,000 is 500. Okay, fine. Chalo, drought relief fund same as Indira Gandhi, 50% of 5,000, which is 2,500. Okay, now last two are family planning and approved charitable institution. So just use another color. Okay, so family planning and approved charitable institution. This is category B. Okay, so rate, family planning was 100%, family planning and sports was 100%, correct? All others were 50% for category B. This is 50%. Okay, but here see 100% and 50%, you will not get directly of the amount which is donated. Okay, so not directly 150, 100% or 50% amount donated. You have to calculate the limit first. Okay, and so it will be only maximum up to the limit. Okay, so chalo pehle first let us see what is the total amount for family planning and charitable institution donation. Okay, I'll take you up and we will see the amount given in the problem. Okay, here you can see charitable institution is 12,000. ये दोनों हम देख रहे हैं. Okay, these two donations, how much we will get, that's what we are checking now. 12,000 and 3,000. Okay, this is the total amount he has donated. Okay, so first thing is, so now first thing what you have to do, you have to compute the limit. It was how much? 12,000 and 3,000, that is 15,000 total was there. Okay, so let's see the limit. So for limit calculation, what we will do, use that formula for adjusted GTI minus long-term capital gain. There is no short term here, and deduction other than 80G is the mediclaim deduction. Okay, the GTI is 5,90,000. We computed above. 5 lakhs is the long-term capital gain given to us in the problem. Okay, and this 5,000 is deduction under section. It's the 80D deduction. Okay, any deduction other than 80G, which is 80D here. Okay, that's 5,000. So if you do this, you will get 85,000. The 10% of 85,000 is your adjusted GTI. Okay, and this is our limit, 8,500. So although there is total amount for those two is 15,000, correct? We will only be able to get up to 85,000. Okay, maximum up to 85,000. So what? So okay, so let's see. Okay, 8,500. So this is how it's going to be applied. So first is family planning is 100%, correct? Family planning, you will be getting 100%. Okay, so take family planning. What we will do is the family planning one is 100%. Okay, so take this 3,000 fully. After you take the 3,000, your limit remaining will be 5,500. Correct? And how much is it will be remaining is remaining amount is 5,500 only. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हम देखेंगे ऊपर 12,000, right? amount of deduction, I'll just see up. Okay, so this is yeah, this is 12,000. Okay, 12,000. Okay, so anyway here, how much is 50% deduction here? Okay, 50% deduction will be 6,000. Okay, 6,000 you can get maximum. Okay, so what? ठीक है, लेकिन हमारा 6,000 is what he can get. अगर यहाँ पे 6,000 अगर बच्चा होता, if say here we would have after 3,000 we would have 6,000 or more remaining, he would have got up to 6,000. Okay, but now because you have taken 100% here, what is remaining is only 5,500. Okay, so you can take maximum up to 5,500. This is how you have got 8,500. ठीक है, तो ये है आपका, इस तरह से आपको ये करना है ये प्रॉब्लम. ओके, एंड ये इसमें लास्ट में बस दे हैव जस्ट शोन व्हाट इज नॉट एलिजिबल. द लास्ट 3 इज नॉट एलिजिबल व्हिच आई टोल्ड यू, राइट? इट्स दे हैव जस्ट गिवन एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर दैट. Okay, so that's it, and so this class I will end here. Next will be 80 GG onwards. Okay, so one more lecture I'll load, longer one like this, and there in that we will complete this whole thing. Okay, so I will continue this after some days. Okay, we will continue GTI after some days. You can till that time just revise whatever we have done so far. Okay, then the future ones, they are not very long. They are the ones which are remaining, they are not very long. It will become short and short. Okay, so one more lecture and we will complete it. After this I'll start your TDS chapter. Okay.